everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to teach you YouTube optimization strategies so that you can get more views on your videos and you can grow your channel faster. In my last video here, I talked all about how to go viral on YouTube and how a small YouTuber like me blew up kind of overnight. Well, in this video, I'm actually going to finish up some of the hacks that I shared in the last video and teach you how you can really optimize your YouTube channel so that YouTube will favor you in the algorithm, which would then lead to more views and more subscribers to your channel. Now, before I get started and do a deep dive on my hacks, I have to tell you that this video is actually in collaboration with Lauren Tickner. I'm going to give you 3 hacks and she's going to give you the other 3. So after you watch this video, make sure you go to her channel and check the rest of the hacks out. That being said, guys, I also have a special bonus for you. So make sure that you actually download this checklist that really rounds up optimization for you guys. So every time you're uploading a video, you can follow along and make sure that your video is fully optimized. I'm going to link it in the comment section below and in the description box. So make sure you download this optimization checklist so that you can be on top of your stuff every single time you upload a video. Alright, so one thing that you really need to know about YouTube success is understanding the key metrics that you need to keep track of. The ultimate goal for any content creator is hoping that YouTube will actually recommend your videos to people who aren't even looking for you. And in order for you to actually get to that point where YouTube is favoring your videos in the algorithm, you need to have good watch time. YouTube success is not just determined by views or by subscribers. It's really determined by how long your audience is actually engaged with your videos and the length of duration that they actually watch your videos for. Because YouTube is a content platform, they obviously favor content creators who have the ability to create really good content that allows viewers to stay on the YouTube platform for as long as possible. That's why what you'll notice in the next 3 tips that I give you, it's going to be solely focused on helping you increase that watch time so that YouTube will pick up your video in the algorithm and increase your chances of getting more views and more subscribers. Now, the first tip I have for you is perfect if you are already an existing content creator, and that is to look at your analytics. I feel like analytics is something that a lot of us content creators gloss over. However, it's probably one of the key things that YouTube gives back to you as a content creator that gives you a lot of clues and nuggets of wisdom on how you can improve in terms of creating your videos. That's why I'm going to share my screen and show you some of my favorite key analytic tools that allow me to understand why people aren't watching my videos or how I can improve my videos so that people watch them for longer. Hey guys, so right now we are in the analytics section of my Creator Studio for my YouTube channel. Now, obviously, when you go on the overview, YouTube is going to tell you your average watch time and also your average view duration. But what I really want to show you that's really cool is actually looking at all the analytics that's under the watch time reports. One of my favorite ones that I'm going to show you in this video is audience retention. So let's click on this tab right here. Okay. So audience retention is going to tell you a number of things. It's going to tell you your average view duration. So with all of my videos, my average view duration is about 5 minutes and 48 seconds, and also the average percentage viewed. So for my video in the last 28 days, on average, people finish about 40% of my videos. Now, obviously, this is going to be different for everyone depending on the length of your video. If you have a 1-minute video and everyone watches the 1 minute of that video, your average percentage viewed is obviously going to be 100%. So the longer your videos are, the smaller this percentage most likely will be. But anyways, what I actually really wanted to show you is you can actually look at your audience retention report per video. So I'm going to go on my Gain Instagram Followers Organically video. This one is my most popular video to date. So let's take a look. So once you get into this report, you're going to see the audience retention report for this specific video. And there are 2 tabs here. The first one is absolute audience retention, and the second one is relative audience retention. What absolute audience retention is basically it's looking at the specific video and telling you at what point in the video do people start dropping off. Relative audience retention, on the other hand, shows you how your video compares to other videos on YouTube of the similar length. So for example, for my video, this one specifically on how to grow Instagram followers organically, in the beginning sections of the video, I'm actually performing above average compared to other videos that are of the similar length. And as you go through, I perform average, and then near the end I'm kind of more so leaning towards below average near the 13-minute mark. So this is kind of cool to see how you compare to other people on YouTube for the similar length video. But what I really want to focus on is absolute audience retention. This one is a very key tool that you can leverage when you are looking at your analytics and when you are trying to understand how you can improve from your videos. So this really tells me when people are dropping off in the video. Now, as you can see here, a lot of people have dropped off near this beginning, and there's a little dip here. And when I actually click on this dip, it'll redirect me to the exact point in the video so that I can understand where exactly I went wrong. So in this mark here, I just watched the video myself, is kind of showing me that my intro was a little bit too long. So my intro was about 2 minutes long, and naturally people were just dropping off. Now that's something that I need to note for the future, and I actually have noted for the future. And now this is why for a lot of my videos, I keep my intro really short so that I can preserve my watch time and encourage people to watch more of my video. Now the second thing that you want to know is actually look for peaks within your graph. So anytime that there's a peak, that means that people are actually going back to rewatch a portion of your video. There's a peak here which shows that people were actually rewinding back to this particular scene within my video, which is me showing the different hashtag sizes. So this makes a lot of sense. Not only this, if you actually look here, there starts to be a little bit of a dip again at this 13-minute mark. And when I watch this video, this is actually when I conclude the video. So naturally, when I am concluding the video, most people are exiting out, and this is what this graph is telling me. So what are some key takeaways when you are looking at the audience retention report? Well, the first takeaway is that if you see major drop-offs at certain points of your video, really pay attention to why people are dropping off. Are you talking for too long? Are you stuttering? Is your intro boring? Is the tip bad? So on and so forth. And when there are people that are rewatching certain scenes of your video, really ask yourself why. Was there a really interesting infographic? Were you playing B-roll? So on and so forth. These are really interesting things to kind of pay attention to when you are looking at your analytics report. So that's why I really wanted to show you audience retention, because this one is one of my key favorite features when I look at my YouTube analytics and when I want to understand how I can improve my videos and my watch time. All right, I hope you had fun being an analytical nerd with me, but the second tip that I have for you is to actually leverage playlists. Now, I know this sounds like a really basic tip, but it is extremely important. And in a second, I'm gonna share my screen again and tell you exactly why. All right, so one thing that's really important is actually having playlists. And as simple and basic as this tip is, the reason why it is really important is because when you have playlists, it'll actually increase the chances of YouTube recommending your own video to play after a viewer watches your video. So if you don't have playlists, then most likely in this section here, YouTube will recommend a video of your competitors or something else. If you actually create playlists, it'll increase the chances of this section being an existing video that you already have, especially if you've put it in a playlist. Now, it's not guaranteed that this happens every single time, because at the end of the day, YouTube will always recommend a video that they think is best for the audience. However, by implementing playlists, it will increase the chances, and it goes to show that you are creating opportunities for your audience to binge on your content. Another thing that you want to know about playlists, other than just adding a basic playlist within your channel, is that you also want to put your playlist on your homepage as well. So not a lot of YouTubers actually do this. And to be honest, I didn't even realize I wasn't doing this either until someone told me about it. But basically what you want to do is you actually want to add sections within the homepage of your channel. So if you actually look at my channel from the perspective of a new subscriber, what they see is not just my uploads, but on the homepage, they also see all of my playlists. So the visitor can always look at my business advice videos, my social media tips, my Instagram hacks, so on and so forth. And it's right at the tips of their fingers because it's straight from my homepage. So what you want to do to get this is you actually want to click Customize Channel. And once you get to Customize Channel, you'll see this page. You'll see your uploads. But what you also want to do is you actually want to click Add a Section so that you can add an actual section within your homepage in your YouTube channel. You then want to click Single Playlist, select Horizontal Row. Then within your own playlist, you choose the playlist that you want to feature. So for me, let's say I'm going to do Instagram hacks. Then it'll show all my Instagram hack videos that I've already put it in a pre-existing playlist, and actually tidy it up a little and put it on my homepage as a horizontal view, which is really nice. What you can also do is you can do a vertical list if you want to, so they show up like this. But for me, I personally prefer having it in horizontal. Done. Once you click done, you can actually choose where and which section you want to show first within your homepage. So for me, I've put Instagram hacks right under social media tips, and that's how I've personally organized my page. So hopefully this tip really helps you to encourage your audience to binge on your content, which will then allow YouTube to favor you as a content creator because you are encouraging people to stay on the platform for longer. All right, so the third and last tip that I have is adding info cards and end screens. Now, I feel like a lot of content creators think that this is an optional step, but it is absolutely not. In order to actually be a fully optimized video for YouTube, you need to leverage the end screen feature and the info card feature. And the reason why you want to do that is because once you've actually implemented it, it'll flag to YouTube that, number one, this is an optimized video, but second of all, you are encouraging people to continue to binge on your content. Very similar to what we were saying about the playlist, the end screens and info cards are crucial in order to show to YouTube that you are trying to get people to stay on the platform for a lot longer. And again, I'm gonna share my screen and explain and show you how and why this works. All right, last but not least, after you've understood how to improve your videos to increase your watch time, and you've created and optimized all your playlists and made them super visible to your audience, what you also don't want to miss out on is adding end screens and info cards into your videos. Now, this is something that YouTube has created in order to, again, encourage people to binge watch videos on YouTube. And if your video doesn't have end screens or info cards, it shows to YouTube that you are not a fully optimized video. Now, if you don't know what end screens are, end screens is basically something that you see at the end of most of content creators' videos, which encourage you to take action after the video is over. So essentially, this is what it would look like. You would have your videos here, and the more videos that you put in, the better. So usually YouTube will ask you for a maximum of 2, I believe, for you to put in your end screen. You can also add this little call to action button, which allows people to subscribe to your channel. And you can also add a link so that people can visit your website or direct them somewhere else. I believe you have to have a certain amount of subscribers or a certain amount of watch time in order to unlock this feature, but definitely check it out and see if you can do it for your channel. The next thing that you also want to know is info cards. Now, what info cards are basically are the cards that show up in the top right-hand corner of a video. So if you actually look at here, you'll see that an info card will pop up like that. So what you want to do to make sure that your videos are optimized is make sure that you are including relevant info cards in your video and putting them all across your video so that people will be more inclined to actually continue watching different pieces of your content. By doing this, it can increase the chances of you getting more views on your videos because, especially for someone who is new to your channel, who's not aware of your other videos, it's going to be really great to actually put those info cards in, especially if they are relevant to the current video that they're watching. So for instance, this video is about social media. So obviously all the 5 info cards that I use are going to be about social media as well. All right, guys, so those were my top 3 tips in terms of how you can improve the #1 key metric here on YouTube, which is watch time. I guarantee that if you increase your watch time, it will increase the chances of YouTube actually pushing out your video and recommending it to a new audience. And before you click out of this video, make sure you check out part 2 created by my friend Lauren Tickner. Yes, I talked a lot about the strategies to increase your watch time, but Lauren is going to give her strategies on how to improve your keywords and also have better thumbnails so that you will stand out from a sea of competition. That being said, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it and learned something new. I hope you guys have a great day, a great week, and a great life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.